Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about the role of an architect. My name is Sam. I'm a certified SAP architect and I run companies in the SAP world. The principal company we have is SAP Technologies, and you are welcome to email us at careers@sapsol.com to help you guide in your journey for SAP career path. Right? We also have a portal for projects implementation to help you do real-time projects, and that's www.hirerig.ai. So please log into that portal and apply for some of the jobs we have, or email us at career@sapsol.com, and we'll be happy to help you out. But now, coming down to the role of an architect, today's video is going to be about the architect's role. Because I'm a certified architect and a SAP certified project manager, as well as a Scrum Master, and I have run companies in SAP for last 30 years, right, directly or indirectly, and currently I run SAP Technologies Managing Partner. I'm going to talk about what are the technical architect or what are the functional architect do. So again, architecture has 3 or 4 different levels. Let's talk about these. So the first level is what we call as the functional architect. So the functional architect does integration of process between different departments. So if you are so primarily you'll focus on the finance department. That's the central silo of all the departments, because that's where the stem branches out. So the branches out would be number 1, materials management, number 2, sales and distribution, number 3, production planning, number 4, plant maintenance or customer support, number 5, production planning, number 6 would be human capital management or HR planning, number 7 would be project systems, and other modules that go with it like quality assurance and health and safety and other modules. So those integrations would be at the process level. So everything stems from finance. So finance is a central process, and then that will get integrated into other processes. So as an architect, you will document the process flow, how those processes get integrated into the financial process being the central process, and how the money flows into those processes. Money will flow into materials management, and the material will flow into sales and distribution, production planning, customer support, right, plant maintenance, as well as employees which get salaries are also linked to the financial process because they are related to cost center hierarchy. And then the general ledger account, or what we call it the primary cost element, would be responsible for payout of their payrolls, right? So process integration is the first role that the architect does. Second is enterprise structure integration. Enterprise structure means at the department level. So you have financial department, you have a corporate department, you have a supply chain department, you have a sales and distribution or procurement department, you have a plant maintenance, a customer support department, you have a warehouse management department, right? And you have HR department or administration and corporate department. So these departments are structured in terms of enterprise structure. So whether they are legal entities in different parts of the world. So you might have a legal entity in US, you might have a legal entity in Canada, you might have a legal entity in Europe or Africa or Asia. All these legal entities get integrated into either a holding company, but at the department level, they will be integrated as a structure. So if you implement SAP in one country, let's say you implement that in US, then that process is panned out, and we do what we call as localization in each of those countries. So enterprise structure integration is extremely important. Other than process, that'd be the second one. The third thing that the architecture does is, if you're a technical architect, you would be looking at system of record. The system of record would be, in this case, SAP, and it's the first right of refusal if it does not fit into SAP, and then you are going to look at other systems of record. For example, you might have Microsoft for your Office as a system of record. You might have a Google Cloud Platform as a cloud system of record, or you might be using Docker to build containers. So system of records is another architectural method architects do, and these are called infrastructure or application architects. So infrastructure and application architects look at the system of records for each of their areas. So if you're IBM shop or your HP shop or your Dell shop, you will basically look at the architecture within those as the first choice, right? Uh, and if they do not fit into those specific hardware or software, then look at the best fit. And in terms of mapping it to the future direction of the company, for example, AI is coming in, so you'll kind of keep those in mind, which is called scalability, right? So then again, so infrastructure and application architects would be the next level than architects really does. Then we come at what we call as a technical architect. Pure technical architect will be closer to system administrator, but he will actually look at all different infrastructures in the company, all the security systems in the company, and then come up with a common theme and a roadmap for future growth and expansion. So that would be the fourth one, right? Which will be more of a technical or a security architect, right? The last but not the least, fifth would be the integration aspect of architect from an external perspective. So external perspective, right now we have Rise for SAP HANA, Grow for SAP HANA, Rise for SAP HANA for private cloud, Grow for SAP HANA for public cloud. We used to have a system called PIXI, process integration, right? Or external integration XI. Those, along with the NetWeaver, which is now FES, front-end services server, integrate with external environment. External environment typically would be integration with number one, banks, number two, your vendors and customers, number three, with the government department, whether it's the payroll, withholding accounts, or whether it is any kind of compliance. You would have to integrate with those agencies in order to frequently send those reports. So those external integration API, right, which we call as external APIs or web services APIs or OData APIs, or in case of SOAP or REST APIs, right? So simple object access protocol and REST APIs would be the other one. We use REST. And then migration of data or integration of data with those external partners using XML, which is extended markup language, and SMTP protocol, which is security protocol, as well as SSL. So architects will look at all those external integration and they'll try to optimize the architects. So again, infrastructure level, which is both the hardware level, networking architecture comes as part of it, coming down to what we call as database, OS, and application level architecture. Next would be what we call as system architecture, both in terms of process and in terms of enterprise structure. And next would be more of admin and security architecture within those applications. And last but not the least would be infrastructure, but in terms of external interface. So interface architecture would be the next one, which we call as EDI, electronic data interchange. So guys, those would be the role of architects in the SAP world. Architecture is huge. It's a very promising career with so many boutique systems coming in the world. And it's something that one wants to look at, but you can become an application architect, you can become a process architect, you can become a system architect, you can become a security architect, you can become an infrastructure architect, or you can become an integration architect for the external systems. So those roles are pretty prevalent in the SAP world. You could comment and ask me if you want any more details of any of these level of architecture, because these are called the layers of architectures within the enterprise segment, and each one of them has a deep dive, more details into it. So if you like the content of this channel, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please press the subscribe button, because we're going to give you this deep down technical knowledge as well as out of the box thinking, which tells you the direction in terms of career, what you should take in future, right? We'll also talk about AI in future, but at this point of time, we are trying to move from on-premises to cloud. So we'll stick to these roles, which are on-prem and cloud, and then we'll come down to AI, which is automation of workflow using artificial intelligence, business process optimization using AI, so on and so forth. We'll look at those in future, but do like and subscribe this channel, guys, and hope you are enjoying this journey, and we'll see you. Do not forget, if you still need help email us at careers@sapsol.com. Be happy to help you out in your journey in the SAP world. Thank you guys, and this is Sam Moll signing off. Thank you.